Good afternoon and welcome.
Welcome to Valley Spotlight and happy Sunday. We're always so grateful when you join us on TV, right?
And we have an action-packed program for you. So much to talk about. We can't even talk about it in the next few minutes or seconds because we won't have enough time.
Right. We always say we never have enough time, and today we really don't. We've taken it all because the stories are so good. And Michael, this is one that you have been waiting to tell.
I know.
For years.
If people are like me and you drive on 82 from Route 11 into Warren, on the right side you see a house with a scoreboard for the Steelers on it. I've always wondered if there was a real story there. Turns out there was, and for this local man, the numbers certainly add up. When you first saw the sign at the mall, were you thinking Steelers?
Oh yeah, I'm always thinking Steelers. Yeah.
Larry Gear may be laughing, but he's not kidding. He's about as big of a Steeler fan as they come and always has been.
So my grandfather kind of got me into the Steelers, so I spent a lot of time back there and around Paula, Vandergrift, Ford City. So you can blame all my Steeler stuff on him.
Larry doesn't live on Pittsburgh Steeler Drive, but I bet you've seen his scoreboard on the north side of New 82 in Howland. Every game the Steelers play, Larry posts the score.
You know, I've done it every year. Even when I was sick, my wife would put the score up or my son would come up and put the score up. But I've done it for at least 25 years.
That's on one side of the yard. On the other, this light-up sign that's one part homemade and one part from the old Stephen Barry store.
I worked at the Eastwood Mall and they were tearing some of the stores down, and I talked to the guys and I got some of the letters. So I got the big S's and one T and E, and I made the E-L in that E. So I've had it about 12 years probably.
You made some of the letters yourself?
Yeah, the letters were made myself on some of them.
How do you do it?
I just took some tin and made the sides on them, cut the plexiglass out and the pattern from the other ones. They were taking them down and they're going to throw them away. There's a place down in Springfield, I think it is, that makes signs. And I think they were the ones doing it. And they said, oh, we're just going to take them home and scrap them. I said, well, don't scrap them, give them to me.
That's not all Larry has made. Take a look at his basement, the ultimate Steeler man cave, and a true labor of love.
And I was working, and I had fallen off of a press, and I used to do cars. I used to love to do cars. And I couldn't do cars anymore, so I started with this hobby of collecting Steeler stuff. So this is my car down here. And my son had bought me one banner, a Steelers banner, and that was for the other side of the basement over there. And I told him, I said, boy, it'd be really cool to have all the teams.
Now look at the place. Everything from beer cans to lights to figurines to bar stools. Larry has the unique quality to see an item and transform it into something unique.
Most of this stuff came from flea markets.
Yeah.
I collected for years, and I would see something, and I try and get things that I like. Nothing the values and, you know, the big value stuff or autograph stuff. It was just stuff that I would go to the flea market and I would see and I think, okay, it's different, and I would pick it up. And that's how I got most of the stuff that's down here.
For Larry and his very understanding wife, it's all Steelers all the time, from the top of the flagpole down to his dog Lucy. So I thought I'd wear the orange and brown to see if I could get under his skin, but he's a little too classy to fall for that.
Did you notice I wore my Cleveland Browns color?
Yes, I noticed the brown stuff. It's like, and that's fine. Everybody has their teams. And I've never knocked anybody about their team. I figure everybody has different likes and dislikes. And that's the way I am. My daughter's a Dallas fan.
It's not just the team, it's the game itself that fuels this fire, and that scoreboard has become an important part of life for some.
I always have somebody say that when they find out who I am, oh yeah, I know you. You always put the score and stuff up, or always put the flags up. I said, yeah, that's me.
And while Larry is getting older and may scale back on the flags and the banners in the future, when the score is final, Larry will be out there, whether it's raining or snowing or the dead of night.
And I've always put the score up whether they win or lose. I mean, for me, I like the Steelers, but if they lose, they lose. It's like I don't have anything invested in it. I don't bet on the games or anything like that. So I put it up. I'm not real happy putting the losing score up, but I do. No one's messed with it now. I figure if they mess with it, I'll just put more stuff up. I don't care, you know. It's like I have fun with it. It's a hobby to me, and it's something that I enjoy doing as a Steelers fan. And I know a lot of Steelers fans enjoy it, you know. So that's one of the reasons why I do it. I just enjoy the game. I'm not one that gets into the statistics of the game, you know, with all the yards and all that, who's the best and who's that. if they win, they win, and if they lose, they lose. I just enjoy watching the game and have fun with it.
Michael, I love that in every way possible.
Hey, you gotta, I mean, to see a sign and think, well, that makes Steelers out of it, and all I gotta do is make a couple more letters out of tin and light them up.
All the things he would probably never say to himself.
Yeah, that
but
was
a sports
so
fan,
wonderful.
and then taking things that, you know, people don't want anymore and making it really cool. Good job.
And even though he had to put some scores on in the first game that he didn't want to, you know, he's still going to keep going.
Got to keep doing it.
That's right. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, I didn't know anything about canning.
No.
Or putting things in jars.
Not the easiest thing.
No, and there's a lot more rules to it than I thought, so we're going to step aside, and when we come back, be in Pesto's Test Kitchen with a very special guest.
Yeah, the Canzonetta brothers take over.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make. Only A to Z.com.
Where did I put that? Where did this come from?
You have unleashed the power of the Sunrise Genie. What is your wish?
Sunrise Pizza for life?
I grant you that wish. Sunrise Pizza for life. At the Sunrise Inn, we're celebrating our 90th anniversary in a big way. Enter now at WFMJ.com for your chance to win pizza for life.
I love Sunrise Pizza.
Man, I'm glad you didn't order fish sticks.
She would always say, honey, you snore so loud, I can't believe how loud you snore. And I'm like,
and
what?
he claims I quit breathing. I've tried 4 different masks to make it work, and I just can't do it. And I'll be honest with you, I did not know what REM sleep felt like before the appliance. I really did not. I never had that deep of a sleep before.
It's the Ryers Anniversary Sale. Save up to 75% off the entire stock now through the end of September. Stop in to register for thousands of dollars of prizes and free giveaways too. Ryers 133rd Anniversary Sale in beautiful downtown Sharon.
Bistro 1907 is a classic yet unique American bistro. This space lets us immerse ourselves in history. The dishes are inspired by our past but have a modern twist. Bistro 1907 by Mark Canzonetta is unlike any place else. Find out why. I'm Mark Canzonetta, and I welcome you to Bistro 1907.
Welcome to Pesto's Test Kitchen. This is Pesto. This is, do you have a name?
Yeah, Jeff Canzonetta.
No, like oregano or marinara or anything?
Papa
You're
Jr.
Papa now?
Papa Jr.
Baby Papa?
He's got a couple nicknames. We call him El Jefe, the chef.
Yeah, that makes
Pepperino.
sense.
Pepperino.
This is going to be fun for me because I don't know anything about this, so I have a million questions.
You've never canned in all your years.
I've never canned. I've never seen anybody can.
Wow.
We've never done it. We didn't
It's a
do it at our
wonderful
house.
world of preservation.
Yeah.
It started off because we didn't have refrigeration, and it's led into this massive thing where it's like a cult thing where people love to do it, family generations love to do it, but it started off as a method of preservation.
It seems like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but it pays off in the long run.
Yeah, like on January 23rd when you want tomato sauce, then you're all set, right?
Right. When it's like 9 degrees below zero and you don't want to go down to your favorite family grocery store, you can go down to your cabinet and pull out a jar of peppers or a jar of tomatoes and make sauce.
What are we going to make today?
We're going to make pickles.
Okay.
We're going to make dill pickles.
Okay.
We're going to make bread and butter pickles.
Okay.
A little bit of spice.
Okay.
We're going to make some yellow tomato sauce, some red tomato sauce, and some hot peppers because our father, Jeffrey's father, my father, was Papa Canzonetta,
Right.
and it's kind of a mini tribute to him because this was his passion.
And you actually took a canning course.
Correct.
At a major university.
University of Tennessee.
And so why did you do that?
Well,
It seemed like you already knew everything.
Well, my father actually went to LSU too.
Okay.
So we both had to get our certification.
Okay.
Which was a 3-day course. And testing every hour and a half. I mean, we were there doing it.
So you were canning something, and then you had to stop and take a test.
Well,
and
not
then...
actually canning. It was more book work.
Okay.
I mean, they teach you the principles of how to, do it from point A to point B to C to D to F and get it done right.
Did you
and they
feel
taught you
like...
that so you don't hurt people.
Right.
Well,
there's a lot
as
of...
a doctor, actually, we had the Cornell University get our recipe, and they actually had a doctor make sure that all the pHs, everything was correct for us to process.
What can happen? What can go wrong when you're canning that could actually really hurt somebody?
Well, first you have to clean the product.
Okay.
That's huge.
So when you buy these from the store, then you got to clean them too?
Oh, absolutely. You're supposed to. Or else some people actually will blow air in them. You can blow air in them to get any, you don't want any residue or any particles in the jar.
Okay.
I prefer to actually run them through a dish machine cycle on just a quick rinse.
Okay.
So you get about that 140, so you kill off some bacteria.
Yeah.
Because,
what about the lids?
Well, the lids you have to also do a separate way, but the biggest thing we want to talk about is we don't want anybody to have botulism. And that's one of the things that can happen, in canning, botulism, horrible if you ever get that. It's a bad part of your life you're going to go through in the hospital. And like when we're talking about canning hot peppers, when we're using garlic, what Jeffrey was referring to acidifying, that brings the pH level down. So that product will be shelf stable, so we won't have anything growing inside of that. So with peppers and oil, you have to have an acidified, or when I talk about acidifying, I'm talking about any kind of vinegar or lemon juice or anything that lowers acid lowers the pH level in products, and that makes them stable.
And it's easy to make mistakes. You've made mistakes doing it, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, just for instance, when you put your product, let's say you put your product in your jar, this rim right here is so important, and my father always taught us the 3 wipe system, where we actually take a fresh paper towel, not one of your everyday towels in your kitchen.
Not the quicker picker upper?
You want a fresh paper towel, and you do that rim 3 times.
With
and that paper towel's been
with
dipped
a little
in
bit
vinegar.
of vinegar and water,
and
let it dry, and then put your lid on. That really makes a clean surface, because that surface is huge when you're canning.
And if you don't have that clean surface, then it doesn't...
Well, if you have oil on it, it won't seal, and then you'll have a bad product.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll know it's going to be bad because it's going to pop open, and it could pop open and go all over your ceiling because so much gas builds up. But, we have a lot of products here. You got some clean canola oil. You got vinegars of 3 different types of vinegar, red wine vinegar, white vinegar, apple cider vinegar. We have some turmeric. Canning salt, pickling salt.
Huge.
That's a huge one.
Don't just use regular salt.
If you use regular salt, it has a lot of chemicals in it. And we don't ever use iodized salt, and I haven't used it in 10, 15 years just because it's not pure.
This is pretty pure because of the chemicals in it, and it helps preserve the pepper also.
Yeah, if you don't have canning salt, you can also use a large flake kosher salt. That's pretty clean. Or we have some Maldon sea salt over there that gives you another layer of flavor. That's a lot of big flake, and it's very clean and natural.
You want to get started on some stuff?
Well, we'll get some started, but I just want to throw a big heads up. You want to have great produce.
Okay.
Because great ingredients in usually means great products out. And we're very blessed to have Molinar Farms. Rick Molinar and Jill Molinar and the family is out there doing their hardest work. And as we all know, we had a rough start to summer this year. So they were able to get these great products in. They were a little bit late, but I'll tell you what, when you take a cucumber, a pickling cucumber, and it snaps like that, taste that. The freshness of that is just amazing. These yellow tomatoes, the red tomatoes, a lot of peppers.
All right.
Isn't that great?
I didn't realize on tomatoes you had to take the skins off the tomatoes.
Yeah, we do. And so Jeffrey's going to, do a process over there. He's going to cut out the cores, and then we're going to take and dip those into boiling water over here.
All right, go ahead.
So Jeffrey, if you want to do that.
That one's been cored already.
So what we want to do is we want to cut an X in it, and then we want to cut out the core. Okay, and then we're just going to blanch those in a little bit of boiling water, for about 30 seconds on each side, and then we're going to take them, we're going to hit them into the ice water bath, and that ice water bath is going to take over those skins off, because back in the day, grandmas used to sit there with that tomato grinder, and it used to grind all the skins off. Now we get rid of that step, so it's not as much work. We have some modern appliances we can use. You can put it into a blender to puree the tomatoes down. You can just cook them down and smash them with potato smasher, whatever you want to do to make that happen.
Same process for the pickles and the peppers, or is
Well,
that
the pickles, you know, you can slice these on the slicing attachment on your food processor.
Okay.
You can hand cut them depending on how thick you want. And then if you're doing a pickle, like a dill pickle, you can either cut it in half, cut it into quarters for a spear, or do it whole. Now, if you do them whole, you might want to salt them for a couple days before to get that so it permeates through. But we're going to cut them in half because those are just awesome in the flavor. And then, Jeffrey, talk about some of the peppers we have here, the different types of peppers.
Now, are these the peppers you have in your Papa Canzonetta peppers?
No, well, actually, I have this true Hungarian wax pepper.
Okay.
You can get this locally. A lot of farms do it. Molinaro.
Some people grow them.
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of families do it. They do their own little canning thing at their houses. And then here you have your goat horn, which is going to be a little bit hotter than this Hungarian.
And it's shaped kind of like a goat horn.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little curly, a little curvy.
And then we have just your yellow sweet, which will give it a little bit of sweetness to overset this hotness.
Do you guys like a mixture of them?
I personally do.
Medley is good. You know, when I'm canning at home, I like the color. So the orange is good. I also like the red. So
and the red is basically a mature pepper, so everybody knows that's a mature green pepper that's gone. And you can see some of those in the green peppers down the way over there. How they call them suntans, and they turn into now like a pimento is a specific type of pepper, but a lot of green peppers will end up turning red because they're mature.
Okay.
And a lot of people like to take the seeds out, and we were talking about this earlier.
That's what I was giving you.
The main thing is I cut right off the tip, you know, and then
so
if you have like a little, you can hollow that out and take out the seeds.
Okay. So after you blanch that, Mike, for about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, see how that skin just comes right off. And you want to take that skin off because tomato skin actually doesn't digest in your digestive system. So you have that beautiful tomato, and that beautiful tomato can be used for sauce, or you can turn that into a great caprese salad. Because your guests are going to see that you took that extra level of step to take off that skin for them.
Ceviche.
Yeah, we're for ceviche. All right.
We'll take our break now.
Yeah.
Okay. When we come back later on in the show, we're going to show you how to do this, how to put it in the jars, and then the finished product here. Is this good luck?
Well, that's sugar over the shoulder, so I think you created a new thing.
I like to just mess up.
Are you going to do Salt Bay?
Huh? I don't even know how to do that.
You don't know how to do it? We'll do that in another segment.
All right, very good. Good job, you guys.
All right.
Thanks. Be back in a little while. All righty. I didn't know I didn't know you had to cook the peppers. I didn't know how to blanch anything. I didn't know about the lid. I don't know about acidic content. I didn't know any of that stuff. I could have gone 5 more minutes.
I was watching the entire thing when I was in the kitchen with you guys, and I was just like supposed to be timing you, and I couldn't take my eyes away from what you guys were doing.
Right.
It was that good. Jeff El Jefe, good job.
Went to class to learn how to can.
Yes, he did.
All
we'll
right.
be with them again in a few minutes.
When we come back, Kelly, Warren, and I in an empty home. What could be better than that, right?
It's exciting, but it really is because it's going to tell you the difference between selling a home when it's completely furnished versus some wide open spaces. So good stuff coming your way.
Life is full of decisions. What to feed our families, how to save money, and how to keep our families healthy. At Pristine Dental, the decision was easy. They make it simple for us to manage our dental care with membership plans that directly benefit us instead of the big insurance companies. The Pristine Dental membership plans offer up to a 30% discount on selected services. No hidden fees or fine print. Great dental care made easier. Visit pristinedentalpros.com to learn more. Your smile will say it all.
The Avalon Athletic Club at Boardman is the perfect place for the whole family to shape up and get moving.
This is your chance to play top-tier tennis 12 months a year.
Plus, take advantage of Avalon's newest state-of-the-art fitness facility and relax in our steam and sauna rooms.
Your family deserves to train with the best equipment and the best facilities. And with our Avalon membership, you'll have access to all 4 of our world-class locations.
Call us today for affordable membership pricing, and
the best is really yet to come in 2019.
Did you say we're going on a roller coaster this winter?
Not a roller coaster, a polar coaster. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a polar coaster with way more snow than average. Ducut can help you get ready for anything this winter. We've got complete selections of Honda and Toro snowblowers that can ride out this year's polar coaster.
So let yourself go to Ducat. Let yourself go to Ducat.
welcome episode of Home Advantage with Kelly Warren. How are we doing, Kelly?
Great
Just
as always.
Taking a look at this property, and as you can tell by the echo, this is a house that is vacant,
Yes,
right?
vacant homes. We love
Vacant
them.
homes, and which begs the question, there are two ways to go. Should I leave my house staged, or should I stage it? Or should I leave my furniture in the house? Or should I just clean everything out and make it vacant for the people that want to come shop?
So a couple things to consider. If you need to keep living here, if it's going to be your home until you can buy another home, then of course keep living in it. I don't want to put your family out and have you move when you don't have anywhere to go. But if you have the option, if the house could stay occupied or you could move on and you're looking for which way is best, as far as we're concerned and as far as the buyers are concerned, it seems about 50-50 to me.
Okay.
Some people want to see a vacant house because they don't have the vision to look around your things. They don't know, you know, if your room is furnished one way and they have a different idea, they don't know how to picture that.
Yeah.
And then other people need to know, okay, a couch goes here, a table goes here, and they need to see it furnished to know how it should look.
Okay, let's go through a couple of the advantages. If everything's out, obviously it looks a little bit bigger, right?
Yes. So an empty house is big and open spaces, clean, and that's one thing is you want to make sure that it's clean.
Okay.
So after you move your furniture out, if you're seeing, little dust bunnies on the floor, or if the walls look scuffed and need painted, you should do those things. When you move the things out, it is a little less forgiving.
Do you recommend a professional cleaner to come in and do that, or do people normally just do it themselves?
I do. I would suggest there's a couple of good cleaners in our areas, and you can, moms and friends and people like that who do it on the side, I would say have somebody come in and just give it a good once over.
All right, and then give me some advantages of having your house furnished, especially if you have really nice furniture. I guess that would be one, right?
Sure. It can look warmer, more cozy, more lived in and more family friendly when it's an occupied home.
This house has some unique things in it, and some people would like those things probably in their house, or some people might get turned off about some things in this house, like these beams or this fireplace and things like that. Where do you shake out on that?
You know what? Every home is like that. Every home is going to have characteristics that somebody loves and somebody else doesn't love the same item. So just remember that in the house, all that really matters are the structural load-bearing walls. Everything else you can take down. You can redo the whole wall. You can do the ceilings. You can do the floors. You can really make the space your own in any home.
Yeah, and it only takes one person to like it, to buy it, right?
Yeah, we're just looking for that one special buyer.
All right, you have two choices right now. Either get really close to your TV and check out Kelly's shirt, or she could just give you the email address or the website and the phone number in case you want to get a hold of Kelly and her team.
You can visit us online at kellysoldit.com or give us a call or a text at 330-717-2689.
This house is in Howland, by the way, right across the street from the library. If you want to check it out, get a hold of Kelly and her team. They are fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, that was another one of those informative things.
You're always learning something. At least we're always learning something.
I guess the point is there's no right or wrong answer.
No, there isn't.
It could either look well with your stuff in it or really great without anything in it. And if it has an interesting feature, somebody might like it.
And she has a team of people that will help you make sure that you're making the right decision for you. So thank you, Kelly.
All right, now we go. Now, this Pittsburgh guy coming up hanging out with us.
I was going to say, everybody knows that Michael and I, of course, are newsies at heart. And our relationships within the media, well, they continue to evolve. And we're grateful that Gerry Dulac is one of our friends that likes to play golf and covers a lot of football. He was fortunate enough to be able to come and spend some time with us at our new resort property here. But we also took some time to understand how journalism and how news is evolving from his perspective. It's hard to impress somebody like Gerry Dulac. After all, it is his job to call it like he sees it, and that is exactly what he did during a recent trip to the Grand Resort.
I've never seen anything like it, what I see here, right here in Warren, Ohio, 90 minutes from Pittsburgh, and you come here and you feel like you're on vacation because you could stay right here at the inn and you walk out the back and you see this, and then you got this fabulous Pete Dye golf course right here. It's really incredible. I give Ron all the credit in the world because he's built these amazing facilities and he makes it so very affordable for, as he likes to say, the average guy. And that's what I think is most impressive and admirable about what he's done.
The consummate professional has spent decades developing relationships within the world of sports, specifically the Steelers football nation. And in the off-season, it's the season for golf.
He is a man of media with all bases covered.
I try to be between the newspaper, writing, and radio and TV. I don't think I've missed a medium there, have I? Have I skipped one?
The way he puts experiences into context, that is what sets Gerry apart from so many other journalists.
I love the story that I heard when we got here that Ron was here at the Roman Bath and at the pool facility here, which is just spectacular. And that some woman came up to him and hugged him and thanked him for everything he's done. And until you see it, you can't get over. I mean, for the number of past couple of years we've been coming here and we knew it was under construction and what they were building, still when I walked in for the first time, it was just like nothing that I had envisioned. And it's done amazingly, it's done with class, it's done with style.
His visit to the Grand Resort was an experience he shared on his ESPN Pittsburgh radio show. But Gerry, like so many others in the news industry, understands that the landscape is constantly evolving. Social media has changed the dynamic of news, to say the least.
The stories haven't changed. It's the manner in which they are, transmitted, if you will. The way they get out there. Social media has just dramatically changed everything, including with the people we deal with in my business, the professional athlete covering the Steelers. Those guys now use social media to, whether it's Instagram or Twitter, to get their message out or to announce their news, whether they've signed a new contract or I've been traded. So the news now is broken in a different manner.
And deciphering between fact and fiction is now more difficult for everyone.
In my business, Lauren, that anything that's thrown out on social media, people take as gospel, people take as truth. And when in fact a lot of times that's all it is, gossip and rumor. And so you can't believe everything you hear on social media.
But just because the method of delivery of news has changed, that doesn't mean that the integrity behind the facts have changed. It's all about relationships. Relationships built on trust and truth.
And I don't want to say it's especially this way in the media, but it's all about relationships. It's all about who you know. Do they trust you? Are they willing to talk to you? You know, a guy said to me once, and I've never forgotten this, he says, you have a way of getting people to tell you things. And it's not like I'm trying to manipulate them or coerce something out of them. I think it just all goes to the trust factor and your ability to be able to relate to them.
That is cool to have an icon like that come up here.
I know, he really is too.
Newspaper,
Pittsburgh
biggest
Post
newspaper in
Gazzette,
town, right? Radio, gets to talk about football. Picked a perfect day to come.
He's a great golfer. He's got quite the life.
Yeah, he's doing okay. Thank you for coming up. Thanks for spending time with us, and thanks for letting us pull you away from your real job. We appreciate that.
And talking about the stuff that we always talk about.
Right.
So, we love to talk about sports, and we love inspiring pieces of stories for people's lives. This next one takes us to a new gym in Newcastle, where the man behind it all, wait till you see what he has in store.
I fell in love with it when I saw my pops put the big 45s on the bench, okay? I was small, I saw them, how do I do that, how do I do that? Got to a point where like the older I got, the more I wanted to do it, the more I fell in love with it, got active in sports. One thing led to another, and I fell in love with the whole fitness industry.
Michael Molinaro knew what his passion was from a very young age. As he grew, so did his love for weight training.
I ended up going to Youngstown State, and I majored in exercise physiology because that's what I'm good at. And when it comes to that education, the degree, you got to do what you're interested in.
He continued his education at the Institute of Human Performance in Boca Raton, Florida. It was there where he learned the art of functional training.
Functional training, you're training movement. How can I train this lady to pick up her kid without throwing out her back? How can this girl has twins, how can I train her to be able to get up and down off of the chair?
But his time in Florida came to an abrupt end when a family emergency brought him back to Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
My mom passed away in May of 2016. Right after that, her funeral, the weekend happened. That week, after that weekend, I started a 3-hour physics class and a 4-hour physics lab. And it was like, okay, and that's kind of, this will never happen to me, it will never happen to me, it will never, and then it does, okay?
and it gets to the point where you can go left, you can go right. And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, wow, man, like this happened to me. And when you don't think about that, now it's time you gotta look yourself in the mirror. I said, listen, brother, you gotta pick yourself up. Every day I get up, I think of her. Every second I think of her. Every night I go to bed, I think of her. But everything I do and the level of success that I am, it's because that's what she would have wanted me to do. But that's what feeds me, is because, yeah, she can't see this, but yeah, she's watching this. She's like, that's my boy, that's my boy. I dream about her all the time. I do this for her because this is what she would have wanted me to do.
Now he owns his first gym, which is just under 1,000 square feet. It may be a small space, but it's mighty clear that his work ethic and determination carried him to success.
If you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life. I work 13-hour days, 12, 13-hour days every day. And it's worth it because I love it.
With performance coach Mitch on hand, he's looking forward to growing in the future. Moving into a 10,000 square foot facility is next on his list, and he hopes to transition to that space by the end of the year.
Now, I can have group classes, I can have locker rooms, I can have that athletic base, I can fit turf, multiple machines, multiple trainers, multiple classes, to where this only, I can handle so much. So I'm missing out on a lot, I can't offer a lot, but what I am able to offer worked its job and got me to be able to go to the bigger space in Union.
Raising the bar has never been something Michael has shied away from. When looking at long-term goals, he's ready to stack the weight and raise the bar even higher.
My pop said, man, it takes 5 years to build a business, a successful business. I'm on year 2 and I'm already growing 10 times the size. Where I see myself in 10 years is, I'd like to keep training, by all means, keep my fighters, keep my people, but I want to have people under me. I want to have 1, 2, 3, God willing, 100 gyms all over the world, maybe international, who knows. But I'm more of live day by day. I take this day, I can't get to tomorrow without getting through today. I can't get through this week without getting through the week before. So within the 10 years, I'd like to see myself with maybe a chain, Molinaro everywhere, functional training everywhere.
With a good support system and team by his side, he feels confident they can do anything.
If people are coming back, you're doing your job right. And I'm very grateful that he's here. I'm very happy to have him here. And I'm very happy for him to come over there with me at the new spot and, you know, team up, man, and take him under my wing, and, you know, we'll help each other and go from there. God willing, we'll be booming and on to the next gym.
And if you'd like more information on Molinaro Health and Functional Training, it's easy. Just go to their Facebook page. And what I think is cool is they train everybody from like a Dalton Brasta, like this end of the spectrum, to just the normal Joe or lady that really wants to get in there and just get a little work done and get out.
Yeah, it makes it less intimidating for people that really just want to find out more. So thank you to Mike and to our team for putting that together.
For making us
Good job,
feel
guys.
awful about our bodies. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to put some peppers in a jar.
Yes, we are.
Back with the Canzonettas.
We didn't even practice that.
Check out these fantastic weeknight specials at Salvatore's Italian Grill. Mondays, enjoy half-off select bottles of wine. And on Tuesdays, you can get 2 dinner entrees, salads, and 2 glasses of wine for just $30. Salvatore's on Market Street in Warren.
A to Z Dependable Services now offers walk-in tubs and showers in as little as 1 day. Let us create a safer bathing experience in your bathroom or the shower of your dreams. Call A to Z Dependable Services today for a free estimate or visit us online at onlyatoz.com.
Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC is teaming up with Valley Spotlight.
Hey, you guys, this is going to be great.
It sure is. We are bringing you the chance to win big in the Sweeney Cash Car.
You could drive away with $250 cash or $1,000 towards your new Sweeney vehicle.
So buckle up, answer our trivia questions, and win. Enter at valleyspotlight.com/cash car for all the details.
So come take a ride in the Cash Car at Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC.
On Market Street
in Boardman. Sweeney.
Back here in Pesto's Test Kitchen with our special guest, Jeff Canzonetta, because of his certification.
Oh boy.
Big canning certification.
Yes,
so that's what
right.
we're talking about today, and Mark is at the ready.
Yeah.
What are you working on?
Well, we're gonna make the brine for the dill pickles. We're gonna add some white vinegar, some just distilled white vinegar, your favorite kind, some garlic cloves because I love garlic dill pickles, some canning spice, and this is gonna go right onto the stove. We're gonna bring it to a boil. We're gonna pour it over the pickles. Over here we have always one of our favorites in the family, bread and butter pickles. It's got a little sweetness, a little salt, a little spice.
We use the same pickles.
Yeah, same
we just
pickles.
Cut them differently, and we're preparing them differently.
So we have some apple cider vinegar, some black mustard seed, some regular yellow mustard seed, some turmeric for the yellow golden color, looks beautiful, a little bit of celery seed because always with pickles and bread and butter you love that pickle seed, some granulated garlic, some sugar, a decent amount of sugar, a decent amount of salt, and we're going to put that on the stove, bring it to a boil, bring it up to about 185 degrees, and then we're going to pickle. Tomatoes, after we skin them, we have them chopped here. They're going to go on the stove right now, and we're going to get those cooking, and then we're going to, once those are up to the proper temperature, we're going to puree them with an immersion blender, and we're going to put them into the jars as well.
And that's just like the beginning of
That's the
sauce,
beginning,
right?
Exactly. That's a base to your sauce.
That's the base.
But I'm going to let little brother take over and go where he's got to go.
Let's talk peppers. Remind people what kind of peppers are in here.
Okay, first off, we have our mild orange pepper. Yeah. And then we have our goat pepper, and then we have our Hungarian hot. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is also get some of this Morton canning salt. So we're going to be generous with it. We're going to salt it.
And if you missed it before, canning salt, use that instead of iodized salt.
Absolutely. And then we have our garlic. I love garlic, so
Are we doing all that?
Huh?
Are we putting all that?
Oh, we're putting all. No, I don't know. What do you think? We should put.
I think go for it, bro.
I don't know. That's a lot of garlic. I don't know. What do you think?
Garlic, you
all
like
right, we're gonna throw it all in.
garlic,
All right. We got garlic in there. Now we have this wonderful oregano. So we're gonna throw some oregano in there, and what the heck?
There you go.
And then we have some of our oil that we use here. Then we're going to throw our oil in here, real nice.
Now this is kind of the recipe. You're
Well,
just
I mean, people have it down to measurements.
That's the basis for Papa's recipe.
I could get technical on it, but I'd have to kill you.
I think it's all in what you like.
All right,
Some
and
people
then
like
we have
more garlic,
our
less
Regina.
garlic, saltier, not as salty, vinegary.
And then, of course, the red wine vinegar is what we use to acidify the product. We want to get that acid in there. Okay. So we have this right now. So what we're going to do is get our hands in here, and we're going to mix it up real good.
You're going to make those happy, little brother.
How much are they? How big of a thing are we talking about here? How many pounds of peppers?
Oh, this is probably about 20 pounds of peppers, give or take. Okay. After you clean them. Now we leave our seeds in. Some people don't. Some people like to take them out. I believe they add flavor. So
I think what you got to talk about is what you guys have on your hands. Nobody knows why you're wearing gloves.
Well, I'm wearing gloves too. If you decide to go with camo, and I wouldn't recommend it because you're going to have hot hands for a couple of days. So
his itch
I'm just saying, you want to be very careful.
Don't itch it.
Want to be
And
very
Mike,
careful.
You have to go to the bathroom, wash up first.
Gotcha.
So what we're going to do now, we're just going to give it a little simple taste. See where we're at.
Yeah. Feel good about that?
I think we're just going to add a little bit more salt.
Okay. And that's what you got to do while you're doing it, right?
Yeah, you always got to taste your product. Add that little bit of salt, and I think we're there.
All right.
We're going to let these sit.
That's Dad's classic tub. That's about 30 years old. Dump it in there. We're going to get it on the stove.
So we let this sit, then we take it to the stove, right?
Yeah, we're going to get it to the stove because, there's a couple different ways of hot canning. There's hot packing and cold packing. I think in the next segment, we'll get into the difference in those two.
Okay.
There we go.
Take this
All
over.
right, Mike. Nice with the big pan.
There you go. How long does that sit on there?
That's going to sit on there. We're going to bring it up to at least 185 degrees to can. Okay. Bring it up to a boil is the simplest way. It depends on how crisp or soft you like your peppers. If you like them a little bit crisper, just 185, take them off, immediately can them. If you like them a little softer, go all the way up to boil.
Okay.
All right.
Let's take our break.
We're going to take our break. We're going to come back and we're going to can.
That sounds good. Right. Be right back.
Thank you.
Frank Marzullo here. When I come back to visit the Valley, it's usually to celebrate something big, and Ryers is celebrating their 133rd anniversary. The forecast calls for a savings of 20 to 75% off the entire stock, plus you have the chance to win unbelievable prizes just for walking through the door. Bring a food donation and get another chance. Take a selfie on our red carpet, hashtag it Ryers133, and you'll get one more chance to win. It's the Ryers anniversary sale in beautiful downtown Sharon.
As a real estate investor, I look for sharp agents who really know their market. Agents who do so much business, they can find me the right investment property and sell it for the most money without drama. When I need real estate advice in the Mahoning Valley, I call Kelly Warren. Her innovative marketing attracts hundreds of buyers every month, which creates more demand for your home, selling it faster and for more money. She guarantees to sell it on your timeline or she'll buy it. Call the agent I trust, Kelly Warren, and avoid the drama.
Hey, Mike, I think that sounds better and better every time, man. Hi, I'm Ray Mancini. Welcome to another round of the Boom Boom Room. I'm here with my ace corner man, cut man. My case, no further ado, Jim Tressel, Ed O'Neill, who's Drennan, Ryan Florio. I kick your ass, man. I kick the crap out of you. This is some deep shite, man. Deep shite. Ow! Am I the only one? More than anything, we gotta be entertaining, man. We gotta be entertaining. If it ain't entertaining, why are we doing it?
All right, we are back. Jeff is ready with his peppers and oil, and you're ready with your pickles.
Yes.
And there's the tomato sauce, and we're ready to go. So why don't you go ahead and get us started here?
Absolutely. We're going to fill our jar. That's
and we
been
cook
cleaned.
this to what?
Actually, we brought this up to, you have your trusty thermometer here. We put that in there. We want to bring it up to 185.
Okay.
All right. I just cooked that recently, so it is holding temperature at 185.
Why 185?
We want to kill all bacteria, and plus that's the temperature our recipe asks for.
Okay.
You know, you want to kill all bacteria.
All right.
So what we're going to do is fill. If I get this thing right. You want it close to the container. We're just filling real hot, real nice.
So you do the peppers first, the juice second?
Oh, I do the juice second.
Okay.
You know why?
No, I don't.
Because I like to get a feel. I like peppers in the jar. I don't want to have all that liquid. You know, we want peppers, and that's what people want.
All right, you work on that.
Yeah.
What are you doing over here? Now, this is interesting to me because on the dill, you just pour the sauce in.
Right. And the pickles, they're gonna
and bread and butter. You cook the pickles.
I cook the pickles because I want those pickles to taste all that turmeric and mustard seed and celery seed and granulated garlic, sugar. Plus, you want these ones a little bit softer. Now, if you want them crunchy, you can do them the other way, and that's fine. So we're just gonna put them in here, and then I'm gonna take the lid. Put it on top. Now these have been brought up to a quick boil, so they're nice and sanitary.
See how that hot's coming up there?
You just get a
real nice and hot.
soft seal on that, Mike. You don't want it real hard, and we're going to stick it upside down because we want that seal to create that vacuum on that seal.
And that's what does it?
In about 5 minutes, we're going to come back, and then we're going to turn it over, and it's going to pop.
Because of the heat? Is that what seals it?
The heat seals it, absolutely.
Oh.
Then we have that beautiful pureed yellow tomatoes. How gorgeous is that? You know, my father and I always had a little battle. Like, my dad's a traditionalist, and he did not like my yellow tomato sauce one bit whatsoever.
So we're tapping them down inside here also. We want to get a nice little tap in there.
Oh, there you go.
So what we're going to do is add some liquid to it.
That fills up the rest.
That fills up the rest.
All right, 2 quick questions.
Yeah.
Can I use the jars I used last year?
Well, yes, yes you can. I recommend that you wash them at least once, twice, 3 times. You want to get all the grease off of them. Okay. I don't recommend some people want to use their lids.
Don't do the lids?
Don't do the lids. I mean, you can do the sealing lids, but the lids that actually touch the product, I wouldn't reuse.
I wouldn't recommend it either.
I mean, some old timers, they do that to save some money, but when you're talking about they cost a couple bucks for safety and you want your family to be okay.
We talked about how I shouldn't eat a whole jar of peppers at once. I think that's a good tip. But when
Absolutely.
I do open it up and I pop it in the fridge, how long is it good?
I'd say 6-8 months.
6-8 months.
Seriously?
Yeah, you're good for 6-8 months.
So this is important also, like Mark was saying, a little vinegar bath. And what we want to do is just wipe this lid, wipe this rim, and that makes sure that there's no oil on that rim right there.
Now this is the test, though.
Because
this is the litmus test.
This is really that's important. And then we have a one cap lid. He has a 2 cap lid. This is a little simpler, less time. So you want to put that on there and just tight. You don't have to go crazy and get it super tight. Just tight.
Then you flip those 2?
And then we're going to go ahead and invert. And we're going to go like that. We're going to go like that.
That's awesome.
And then we're going to go ahead and let those rest.
It does look good. But I think we have to have a little litmus test
Have
here.
some bread with it.
I love the bread.
I mean, I know you don't like it. I know you just do it for TV again. We appreciate it. Hey, good job, you guys. Hey, get their peppers. Get Papa Canzonetta's peppers.
Oh, absolutely.
Bistro 1907.
Awesome stuff, man.
Good job. All right, there you go. Wipe it put vinegar on the paper towel, wipe it 3 times to get the seal vacuum sealed, and then if you push it down and it doesn't come back up, you're good to go.
Papa Canzonetta's peppers are darn good.
Yeah.
Because Papa Canzonetta took it very seriously, as does Jeff. So I think,
You can get them in a multitude of places. I think the best ones just go to the restaurant, Bistro 1907.
Pretty easy stuff.
All right, speaking of restaurants, we have one here on the property at Avalon that's doesn't really belong to Avalon, but boy, is it situated in the right spot, in between the hotel and the golf course. You'll find out why, and you'll find out why one guy really wanted to work there.
I just wanted to be a part of something special in the area, somewhere where I thought I could fit in.
Dimitri Forneris is fitting in just fine at the Chophouse in Warren. He's been the restaurant's GM for the last 5 years. It's a restaurant iconic in this community, yet its identity is different than most of the others.
I can name off 5 signature dishes just off the top of my head that I would say are all signature dishes, but really everything that we prepare here, I would say, is a signature dish for us.
That is pretty rare, a restaurant that does everything well, but that's the mission.
Whatever we do, we want to do it well and consistently well, and just make sure it's the best product we could possibly serve to the guests and the customer, and just make everything perfect.
So we went into the kitchen to check in with executive chef Anthony Kramel. We needed to get a look at some of the dishes that have been on this menu for the last 20 or so years, like this almond crusted chicken.
We bake it until it's golden brown, and we top it with a nice cranberry demi-glaze.
And when it comes to fish,
blue crab crusted salmon over a vegetable quinoa, topped with a lemon beurre blanc.
And finally, Anthony came clean.
Our signature 18-ounce bone-in ribeye.
There you go. We found a signature dish.
There you go.
Known for their steaks, we had to ask the grilling secret on this one. He says a bone-in ribeye should be medium, and there's a reason for it.
But you want to really pull that flavor out of that bone, get that juiciness, keep it in the steak. Anything over, you're going to lose it. Anything less, you're not going to break down that fat as well.
That's a good tip. Here's my suggestion after a great dinner. Leave a little room in your belly.
Our homemade peanut butter pie, Oreo crust, light peanut butter filling, topped with a chocolate ganache.
Of course, the people at the Chophouse feel it's important to put all this great food on steel light plates.
How we like to serve quality food and product, they offer a quality product for their small wares. So when you pick up a steel light dish, you could just tell from the moment you put it in your hands, it really is quality. They don't break as easily as other dishes. They're just really an awesome product that they offer.
Offering great food is one thing, but situated between the Grand Resort and Avalon Lakes Golf Course, the Chophouse offers some great views as well.
Oh, we love it. Everything that Mr. Klingel has done with the Avalon Resort has been fantastic. The more people that they bring to the resort and to golf weekend packages, I mean, it's better for us and for them.
It's all part of the experience at the Chophouse and all part of the plan here from top to bottom.
We have a great team. So first of all, without our team, we would be nothing here. We have a great staff, great kitchen staff, front of house staff. And without them, we wouldn't be where we are today. And the more great things we could bring to this community for the people, that's what we want to do, just to thank them, because we really do live in a great community, and we just want to give them some great stuff.
And if you like their food,
which we do,
yeah,
it's so good.
Cat's out of the bag. They got a new restaurant going in the plaza in Howland next to Barrel 33, where Giant Eagle is. It's called Red Plum. It's going to be pizza and kind of an upscale Italian concept. Right. And another one in the same plaza in the months after that.
The Kubas family, my goodness, you guys, and their team.
Yeah, they
John,
are busy.
Aaron, thank you.
Good job, you guys.
Hey.
What?
You wanna give away some money?
Oh, we're going in the car. Beep, beep. Yeah, I do.
Toot, toot.
We had a really cool couple come in, and we'll share that with you when we come back from this break.
That's smooth. Yeah.
It's the Ryers Anniversary Sale. Save up to 75% off the entire stock now through the end of September. Stop in to register for thousands of dollars of prizes and free giveaways too. Ryers 133rd Anniversary Sale in beautiful downtown Sharon.
Let the wedding professionals at Avalon create a bridal experience that will last a lifetime. From your bridal shower to planning your special menu, bachelor and bachelorette parties, relaxing and revitalizing spa services, even your out-of-town guests will be treated to a vacation experience when you choose Avalon. Our 4 Avalon properties feature the best views and venues. Our Avalon shuttle service makes it easy to take advantage of everything Avalon has to offer. Call us today and fall in love with Avalon.
All right, we're back, and this is a new thing for us. We're going to go to a ride in an electric car.
And it's not called a Volt.
No,
It's
that's
called
the
a
former hybrid car.
Bolt.
This is the Bolt,
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
and it has when you see the color, you'll think to yourself, "What color green is that?" It's called Shock. That's right. We
like
have
it
Shock pillows
on
here
this show a lot.
on the show. So please welcome the gang from Newton Falls, and let's see how it goes. All right, here we go, riding in the Cash Car. Eric in one seat, and in the back seat are
Julie and TJ.
And today we're riding in a 2019 Bolt EV.
Unbelievable.
It's an electric car, Eric.
All electric.
Yeah, you can't hear it, which is a little bit scary when you first start driving it, I would think.
A little bit. How many miles to the gallon this thing gets?
No gallons. That's the thing. A charge
Oh,
is
how many? Okay.
close to 240 miles.
On one charge?
On one charge. You could
Wow.
go a couple of days and then charge
Jeez,
it
oh,
after
man.
that.
Yeah.
Big touch screen, almost 11 inches diagonal in the front for the driver.
This thing got some get up too. A little bit.
You just punched it a little bit. Yeah. And it's compatible with Apple or Android phones. And you can also use it as a Wi-Fi hotspot. Not bad, huh? Is this your first time in a
Yeah.
an electric car?
Yeah.
Very cool. It's like an awesome golf cart
Yeah.
or something. Are you guys married?
Yes, we are.
How long you been
16
married?
years.
16.
Yes.
In a
Going on
row.
17 in November.
Wow.
In a row.
How about that? How many kids? You got kids?
2. We have 16-year-old twins, one boy, one girl.
Are they big fans of the program?
Sure, yeah. They never know. But, internet, that's it. Really.
Well, we're glad you signed up for the Cash Car. Today's category is awards.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. $50 a pop per question. We'll try to answer 5 for a total of $250. Or you could use $1,000 off your next purchase, buy, or lease at Sweeney. How's that sound?
Sounds
So
good.
You're whatever you guys decide. Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Yep.
Okay. Number 1. In what sport is the Run for the Roses? In what sport? It's the oldest sport, just about, is the Run for the Roses. Well, you looked at some of the.
Yeah.
But you knew it anyway.
I would have known this one, but I haven't known very many.
Do you want to pass?
Yeah, I'll pass for now.
Do you want to pass?
Yeah.
All right, I have 6 questions.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you the next 5.
Okay.
You got to answer the next 5.
That's fine.
The answer was horse racing.
Ah.
Horse race.
The Kentucky
Okay.
Derby was
Okay.
the Run for the Roses. All right, you're down to your last 5.
That's
so here we
fine.
go. What's the name of the trophy in the Academy Awards?
The Oscar?
Final answer?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it is the Oscar.
You get so nervous. You're like, it's obvious, but.
Now we're going. Yes. Sometimes there's a clue in the question.
Right, okay.
All right, so here we go. This thriller won the most Grammy Awards in one night.
Thriller.
Who is it?
Michael Jackson.
Very good.
All right.
2 in a row. Is that too easy? That seemed pretty easy. Yeah, okay. All right, how about this one? Steeler fans hate this quarterback that's won the most Super Bowls.
Oh, that's Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
is correct. 3. You got 2 left. Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
All right, listen carefully. You might have breakfast with this famous jewelry company that makes the Super Bowl trophy.
Tiffany's.
Woo! Wow, that was good. She got my little joke in there, I guess.
Yes.
All right, Tiffany's is correct. That's 4. Last
Right.
one. Last one for a grand total of $250 or $1,000, whatever you pick.
This thing got some get up though.
Let's make it go. See how far you can do on
Oh,
one.
you gotta hold on.
Let's fire it up. All right. This is the grand prize for authors in the writing industry. This is the grand prize for authors in the writing industry. There's a little clue in there.
Grand prize. Oh, hold on. Bullish, no, public. What is it? Hold on. Fuller. I can't say the word.
Super close to getting it.
I know, and I can't say it. Say the question one more time, please.
This is the grand prize for a writer or an author in the writing industry.
Publishers. I can't get it out.
TJ, you got anything?
I have no idea.
You know what it is?
No.
Pulitzer Prize. I can't say it. Pulitzer Prize.
That's correct.
Thank you.
That's correct. You got it. It's the Pulitzer Prize. How about that?
Really good.
I just tongue-tied. I couldn't get it.
Congratulations.
You were saying publisher. And
Yeah.
$200. You going to take the $250?
I will going to take the $250.
Do you know what you're going to do with it?
A little bit of everything.
All
so.
right. Spread it out a little bit, right?
Right.
All right. And I enjoyed my ride in the Bolt.
Thank you. Yes, it was very neat.
You
very
can get over $3,500 back as a federal tax credit if you buy one of these, or lease, or if you buy before October 1st.
Is it just normal charge?
I think it is. Yeah, I think so. You'll have to talk to the folks at Sweeney. Thank you, Sweeney. And we're heading back to the dealership, which is located at
Market Street
in Boardman. I didn't think she was going to get it.
Those are not easy.
And then all of a sudden, like a lightning bolt in the bolt, boom!
I might have posted a picture to our social media pages with your reaction when she got it right. If you follow us on social media, you have to.
Just another embarrassing picture of me.
It already happened.
Post
during the
this
show.
reaction to that. Anyway. Thank you, Julie and TJ. Nice job.
Congratulations.
Hope you spend that $250 wisely.
Yes, and log on and take your chances and riding with us. And
we shouldn't have to beg people to get in the cash car.
We don't.
It's really not that hard. Start signing up, you guys.
Yeah, just go to our website or the Sweeney website as well. So thank you to everyone who makes that possible.
Got some gifts to give away.
Well, kind
right?
of.
Okay, tell me how this is going to go.
We're going to give people a little clue as to how they could win even more prizes when they visit the Ryers anniversary sale. Right now, our friends from Ryers, they are the first people that ever supported our show. Okay, they are the first ones. So we put together a Valley Spotlight prize pack, which features so many of the people who support us and we've done stories with. You have to log on to our website or their website, and on the back of each ticket that you get when you walk in the door just for going, we want you to write the words "good stuff" on the back, okay? So good stuff is the key word if you want to be able to win that giant prize package. And right now, Michael, I'm adding it up and it looks like it's over $1,200 worth of stuff.
Well, that's pretty good.
I know.
So write good stuff.
Good stuff.
By golly. Back in the 70s, we had Tupperware and Tupperware parties.
We still have Tupperware, and I still use the stuff from the 70s that my mom just kept, and it still works.
So that's our retromercial today. Before we go, thanks for everybody for watching.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, and happy Sunday.
If you want to lock in freshness, Tupperware really locks it in.
You can see and buy Tupperware at a Tupperware party. A Tupperware dealer will tell you how you may qualify to earn this handsome Hamilton Beach adjustable electric knife and cutting board if you have a party in your home by December 30th.
Tupperware really locks it in.
We're in the phone book.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.